It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Yo, what it do, YouTube? No, I'm talking to myself at the moment. Give everybody an opportunity to come through, fall in one time. Trying to get my affairs in order. I know I just be dropping through with the lives. Nobody ever knows when I'm gonna go live, so it takes a minute for people to catch on. Probably wasn't really the best time to go live, to be honest, because I got actually got a video that just uploaded right now. So once y'all get done watching the live, y'all going over to the channel and check the video out, man. Crazy story, man. Crazy story. I'm gonna get into the story just briefly. I'm not gonna tell too much about it. Y'all double tap the screen for me. Those likes up, I appreciate that. Double tap the screen. Get the likes up. What's up, my dog James? What's up, man? Who's that in the house? Zanesville? B France. What up, B France? My bad, that's Jamal Marshall. I think it's the glasses. What's good? Give everybody a chance to, come through or whatever. DC's in the building. James Patrick. DC's in the, I never been to DC. That's one place that I like to get to, man. DC. Man, I'm not doing too much, B France. What's going on with you? Where you chiming in from, man? Y'all let me know where y'all chiming in from, man. I like to see who's, what area is food with me. You know what I mean? Talk about a few things tonight. I know it's kind of late, but I missed y'all. You feel me? I don't have no moderators on here tonight, so, Philly, okay. Philly's in the building. Shout out to Philly. Let's see. Ice Cream Beats 101. What's going on? Real Ken's at work and wanted to say a quick hello. Much love from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I lived in the U.S. for a few years. Had to come back home. Man, I need to get to Brazil, man. That's on my bucket list. As far as places to go to outside of the U.S., I definitely need to get to Brazil, man. Heard a lot of great things about Brazil, man. Y'all double tap the screen, get those likes up for me. We're going to try to get to 100 likes tonight. I don't know. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I'm not 5'9" either. 6'2". Hey, you 6'2"? Well, guess what? Everybody that fools with real Kens is 5'11". So tonight, you 5'11", man. Respectfully. The boy don't miss. What's good? What's going on with you, bro? I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you in the house. Like kitchen sinks. Brazil, strap up. James Patrick said. James Patrick said, man, when you go to Brazil, you got to strap up. Well, I got a boo, so, you know what I mean? I don't have those, I won't have those issues, but that is definitely a positive message and an encouragement. Strap up if y'all go to Brazil. That's what James says, man. James Patrick, man. What's up, 511 people? Who's that? Tori's family 6788. What's going on? How you living? Might need to take his glasses off. It's kind of dark. I can't even see the screen. Yeah, we're going to talk about some things tonight, man. Y'all double tap the screen for me. Just give it a little bit more time. Let people have an opportunity to come in. Some people's probably watching my video. I got a video that I just uploaded. So whenever y'all get off the live, don't get off the live right now, though. But whenever y'all get off the live, y'all be sure to go check that video out. I'm going to get into it briefly here. Just a couple more minutes, and we're going to talk about some things. Clarksville, Tennessee's in the building. Chaz Davis, Clarksville, Tennessee, is in the building. I've been to Clarksville one time. Tennessee's a great place, man. I love Tennessee. I think I was just down. Well, I know I was just down there. It was, I think February. I was in Nashville. Yeah, it was a nice situation, man. But y'all double tap that screen for me, if you will. It's a lot of. So James, talk more about why you need to strap up in Brazil, though. I mean, I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but talk about why. You know what I mean? Can you get Project Pat on the show? I wish. It would be nice. You know, ultimately that's the goal. Like, once the channel continues to grow, you know, where it grows, you know, larger or whatever, I'm gonna start to have guests, and you know, I'm gonna reach out or whatever, and you know, we're gonna make it do what it do. I'm about to jump into this thing full time. Like, I'm about to cut my hours at my job. Y'all keep double tapping the screen, man. I just need 92 more likes, man. I'm about to quit my job. Maybe not necessarily quit, but drop all the way down to like part-time. Maybe do it 3 days a week, something like that. And I'm gonna really dive into this YouTube thing, like, on a serious level. Because I don't want to really be, you know, I'm into it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really giving it all my time, you know. So if I really give it all my time, there's no telling where this thing could possibly go. Billy Bob's, you should go all in. If you want to make it home, germ free, the real women are amazing, but you got to be careful. Yeah. I definitely, I have heard that, James, about Brazil. I appreciate you double tapping that screen, man. Y'all double tap the screen. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start doing this YouTube thing, and basically what I'm gonna do, I got some other channels that I'm gonna start. Like, I'm gonna start a credit channel. I got like a little series or whatever that I'm gonna do. I might make that like for like a membership, you know, paid membership or whatever. But I'm gonna start doing like Real Ken's news, and then I'm gonna start doing, you know, I already do like Real Ken's crime stories, things like that. But like, see, you all that are not familiar with YouTube, it's like you get placed in a box. It's an algorithm, right? So if I tell a prison story, I'm gonna get more views. Like, YouTube is gonna push my stories out a lot more, opposed if I get on here talking about P. Diddy or what's going on in the news and things of that nature. So I got to get in that algorithm just as well. So I'm gonna have, like, it's all gonna be under Real Ken's TV, but I'm gonna just have like different divisions. So some people might want to hear about rap, some people might, you know, and some people might want to hear about sports or whatever. I'm gonna still do my stories. So, you know what I mean? It'll all work out. Don Lino, appreciate you, bro. I definitely appreciate you. Chaz Davis. Let's see. What needed happening with the good old boy taxi Uber driver? He clearly saw a black man and started showing his true colors. Hey, check this out. Check this out. And I'm going to get to that. Let me answer this one question. I'm going to get to that, Chaz. Real Ken's, I'm clocking back in now, and I served 20 years in the U.S. Army, originally from Brazil and back here for good. I was locked up in the States for drugs, but your videos helped me get through times. Hey, man, that right there is why I do it for the people. That was a very, very instrumental message, testimony, you know, because people hit me up all the time, man. They hit me up all the time, and they're like, Kens, you just don't understand how your videos help me. Whether it's truck drivers on the road, you know, those long trips, or I've even had people that, like, one dude, man, I almost shed a tear. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. He was talking about how he, you know, he has heart trouble and he can't do a whole lot, and he relies on my videos a lot, that it inspires him, and it really helps him get through the day. I've had people on dialysis, multiple people on dialysis, telling me, you know, that my long videos help them. Y'all double tap the screen for me, please. 90 more likes. So, you know, this individual, man, that just told me, like, Ice Cream Beats 101, like, helped him get through his time. that really means a lot to me. You know, I could get on here and talk about a lot of other things, but you know, I'm always for the people, man. I want to talk about the things that people can relate to, and just my ultimate goal is to just help anybody that I'm able to help. But so yeah, I definitely appreciate you all. Fort Knox, have a beer with your boys at Texas, Alabama 205. Coming to Fort Knox. Yeah, it's about, I think, a little bit over an hour away. Fort Knox. I never been up that way, but I know it's a little bit over an hour away, so one never knows. But so I was posed with this question, right? So Chaz Davis, he asked me a question. I had dropped a video the other day, and if y'all haven't had an opportunity to see it, y'all go check it out. It's about a cab driver, right? Now, a lot of people saying that the man was racist or whatever. I guess by his look, his demeanor, his countertone. I don't know. He didn't say anything racist. Act like he's racist, but he didn't say anything racist. So for you all that haven't seen the video, I was taking a taxi the other night. It was very late. It was like 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. And so where I was going to, it wasn't coming up on his like GPS. So I told him the nearest street to the street that I was going to. No problem. He's like, it'll be $25. Here you go. Here you go, sir. I give him the $25. Nothing said. I'm on my phone or doing whatever I'm doing. The ride probably took, I don't know, 10, 12 minutes. So we get to the cross street that I was speaking of. And I said, all you got to do is cross this light. We were at the light. So he's like, oh, well, you didn't tell me this. He said, it's going to be $5 more. Now, I wasn't arguing with the dude. You know what I mean? Nah, James. I wasn't tricking late night. Man, you know, it was just one of them things to where I don't really want to get too much into it, but I'm typically at home in the bed, probably under the bed at 4:30 in the morning. I'm never out late like that. But this particular night, I ended up taking a taxi or whatever. And I'll just leave it at that, but it wasn't no tricking or anything like that. So, Paul Lawson, the South will rise again. So I'm like, sir, it's just right across the light. He was like, well, why didn't you tell me that? I'm like, you know, I'm trying to talk respectful to the man, and, you know, I'm in his car, his taxi, whatever. I'm like, you told me it was $25. I told you where I was going. It's right across the light. Man, the man flipped out on me. Y'all make sure y'all go check the video out. I just dropped it maybe 2 days ago. The man tripped out on me, man. And was like, get out of my vehicle. Get out of my car. So I'm like, what? He's like, get out of my car. You heard me? So I pulled my phone out because he's being very, very hostile, right? So I pulled my phone out and I'm recording him. And he was like, I don't give a F if you record me. The man doesn't have his money to pay his fare. So I'm putting him out of my taxi. And y'all got to go watch. I can't tell you the whole video, but y'all got to go watch the rest of the video and you'll see exactly what I'm speaking of. But I put my money out and everything. I'm like, sir, I'm not trying to, I have money. Like, I have money, you know, to pay this taxi fee, like, and I showed my money on the camera and everything. The guy, man, proceeded to call me use certain slurs towards me. And, you know, it was totally unnecessary. The video has been sent to an attorney. They are looking into it to see if I would have any grounds, legal grounds or whatever. I've emailed the one of the local news stations here. And, you know, the basis on my actions as far as the news stations, you know, sending it to them, because they want to know, like, okay, why would you like this to get out into the community? Why would you like this message to get out? And it's like, because you have to be careful when you getting into other people's vehicles. So think about it. You all have daughters and wives, girlfriends, and, you know, just women in general, right? I'm a man. I get into this dude's vehicle and he gets to flipping out on me, and when you see the video, you know exactly what I'm speaking of for you all that haven't seen the video. Just imagine what some women have to go through when they get in these dangerous situations, getting in a car with somebody that you don't even know. So that's the message that I was trying to get out. You getting in these Ubers, these Lyfts, these cab services, keep your head on a swivel. You don't know these people. Just because they're picking you up, that don't mean that they're friendly individuals. So definitely be mindful. Keep your head on a swivel, man. I appreciate that is that a super thanks? James Patrick, man. I appreciate you, bro. This is for the Uber driver. Oh, man. Yeah, he was a taxi. He wasn't Uber. He was a taxi driver, man. But I appreciate that. Texas, what Texas say? Texas, Alabama boy, 205. Diddy scream signal 7. Hey, I wanted to make that motherfucker scream signal 7. I'm not even gonna lie, man. If I had got a hold of, if I'd have got mad, nah, not if I got mad, but if I had have just acted out of immaturity and big, been impulsive, yeah, somebody would have been screaming signal 7. It definitely would have been him. He acted real tough, but I'm sure he probably had something on him, unless he just has like very bad anger issues. Dude jumped out of the car and he probably had something on him, and I had to be mindful of that just as well. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no problems. Things happen, right? And so I tell people, I open up about my life. Pretty much I'm an open book or whatever. So I open up about my life, and then people, well, damn, Kens, you always seem to be into something. Well, damn, Kens, it's not that I'm always into something. It's just that sometimes things happen, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm outside a lot more than your average individual because I'm always doing some driving and working. So my interaction with people is a lot more than the average individual. I need 87 more likes, y'all. Y'all double tap that screen. My interaction with people is a lot more than just say the average individual because I'm always running across people. I'm always, coming in contact with people, running across rude people. Had a situation that I spoke of last week when I was live about a dude that just slammed the door in my face and called me the N-word, man. Called me the N-word, slammed the door in my face. Why? Because I rang his doorbell and the instructions said don't ring the doorbell. Well, it's raining outside. It's and actually I didn't ring the doorbell. I politely knocked on the door. He lives in an apartment complex, so there's no roof or anything. So if I left his pizza at the door, it would have gotten soaking wet. I sit out there in the rain. Here I sit out there in the rain, knocked on the door just to make sure that he got his pizza, and it wasn't all wet. He calls me an N-word, slams the door in my face. I get back to the restaurant. That didn't sit well with me. I called him up, man, from my phone. I said, look, bro, I just delivered your pizza. Don't you ever in your life talk to me like that. You hear me? In your life. Guess what he does? Calls the police. Calls the police. Tells him that he feels threatened. He feels unsafe because I talked to him in an aggressive manner. I know where he lives at. I know his phone number. So he's trying to have me arrested. He calls the store or whatever. He's talking to the manager. I tell the manager what he said. He said, I didn't call him the N-word. I called him a jackass. You know what I mean? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names never hurt. I get it. I get it. But, it's like people will really try you out here on these streets, man. They will really try you. Jeremy Valderez, quit calling me Drewski. Shout out to Jeremy Valderez. That man was clearly racist and was fearful of a black man. He was talking crazy. And you remained cool the entire time. Yeah, I had to remain cool because, for one, I'm not going to trick myself off the streets. And once again, for you all that are not familiar, go back and watch that video. I just posted it a couple days ago. I think it was titled, Taxi Cab Driver Deserved a Wig Splitting or something like that. But you'll see it. But, that's a good idea, Jeremy. I told you quit calling me Drewski, though, man. But that's a good idea as far as I lost my train of thought. Basically what I'm saying is people often try you when they feel as though they can get away with certain things. I'll tell you another thing. I'm coming out of the parking lot the other day. I'm clearly in the right. The dude was coming through, and he's supposed to stop at it. There's a stop sign, and he didn't stop. But I'm a defensive driver, so I'm always just assuming somebody's gonna run a red light or run a stop sign or whatever. The man is dead wrong, and once he gets probably, I don't know, he's 15, 20 feet away, he yells out of the window, talking crazy or whatever. And it's just like, you know, Fleece Johnson was just talking about this, and I was watching his video. Shout out to Fleece Johnson and Hustler Spirit 502 Big Lee, about how the difference between being out here on the streets and prison is because in prison there's so much more respect. A lot of people may not understand that and know that, realize that or whatever, but on the streets, it's like people are just reckless, man. Like, it's just, you know, I understand people have weapons, they got guns and whatever, but like on the inside, there's none of that. There's weapons, but there's no guns, so the respect levels at an all-time high, but people just continuously disrespect out here. So for the people that say, with kids, you keep getting into things, this is not, what my job consists of, I interact with people. I had a whoop a tow, tow truck driver, maybe 4 years ago, tried to tow my car. Blatantly knew that I was going to deliver a pizza or whatever. This is when I was doing Uber. I mean, not Uber, DoorDash. Dude waited for me. I go upstairs. I'm not upstairs. I go to the 3rd floor. I know that I shouldn't be parked there, so I run up the stairs. I come back. He's trying to hook my car up to his truck. That short amount of time, man. Dude was like, well, you give me $60 or $80, whatever it was, we make this go away. Man, I'm not giving you nothing, man. I'm not giving you nothing. Dude thought he was big and bad. He was about 6'1", 6'2", had some weight on him. Man, I ain't caring about my car. About my car? Nah, man. You ain't taking nothing. So, you know, we hashed it out right there. He didn't get my car. What they say in life, he didn't get my cornbread. Hey, I appreciate that Texas, Alabama boy, 205 for a future Uber ride. I appreciate that, man. And hopefully I won't have no more issues or whatever, but I don't know, man. It's like tension's in the air, man. I need 86 more likes. Y'all double tap that screen, man. Like, tension is in the air as of late. I don't know what the deal is, man. I ain't bother nobody, man. All I do is deliver pizzas, jump on YouTube, and go home. That's all I do. I don't bother nobody. But at the same time, you know, change is one of those things that takes time to really, you know, change or whatever. So it's not all out of my system, but for the most part, man, I can pretty much ignore people, man. You know what I mean? Let's see some of these comments, man. Some of these comments, you heard me? And I'm black. I don't know what you mean. Hold up. 606 Fast Money Trade. WLM, bro. And I'm black. That says something. I don't know what you mean, man. But yeah, man, people, they'll try certain things on you. Never would talk to me like that in jail. And not to relate everything to jail either, because, you know, jail was something that I did. It was in the past. I never want to go back or put myself in that situation whatsoever, ever again. So I have to understand that life the rules out here are really what like real life rules are. Prison rules, that's not real life. It's just foolishness, foolery. James Patrick, take Fleece with you for backup. He's asking for donations for new teeth. I seen that. Y'all know that Fleece Johnson, they took his teeth. NHL player. Hey, my name is Jeremy. What up, Jeremy? What it do? And for y'all that don't want to do the super thanks, super chats or whatever, I do have Cash App, $KENZ 1000. $KENZ 1000. Oh, Kens, man, you be on here big. I ain't big, nothing. First of all, YouTube is like a job, man. You all don't even understand. Well, some people don't, like, what goes into this. Making a video, uploading the video, editing the video. I don't really do too much editing, but so people send in donations if they choose to send in donations. And it's a beautiful thing when they do, but if they don't, that's cool. Just double tap the screen, like the videos, tell people about the channel, share the videos. But some people want to do a monetary donation, and I give them my Cash App, $KENZ1000. Respectfully. Let's see. I try to get to all the comments, answer questions, man. You feel me? Keep doing your thing, man. Each one teach one. Absolutely. I'm about to take this thing to the next level. I'm about to go 10 toes down, dive into this YouTube thing. Very, I'm gonna dive deep. Pause, double pause, triple pause. I'm gonna dive deep into this YouTube thing because there's nothing wrong with having a job. So I'm never gonna get on here and knock someone for having a job or whatever. But why should I continue to, I don't know, build somebody else's dreams? You know what I mean? When I'm working, the owner's no telling what he's doing. Probably somewhere with his feet kicked up and just laid all the way back, which is cool. That's his right to do so. But I'm trying to get to that point just as well. So YouTube is going to be my main thing that I really start to focus on and concentrate on. And I'm going to be uploading a lot more content. But I'm going to tell you all something, though. I'm going to tell you something. They try you because you're a red bone. That's what James Patrick. Probably so. I don't know. They quickly learn. But in the past anyway, they've quickly learned. You know, I'm older now, and I'm more mature, and I've never proclaimed to be the toughest dude, the hardest dude, or whatever. But I will hold my own. You see what I'm saying? I always have from a child. Like I was a kid. I liked to fight. I didn't win every fight, but I enjoyed fighting when I was a kid. Well, I'm an adult now, so that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm even remotely trying to do. But there are situations to where people, they just try you, man. You just like, what is going on, man? You know, and you have to pick your battles. You have to definitely pick your battles. Blessings to you, Kens. Respect from Cali. Said Jesus M. Man, I appreciate that. Shout out to Cali. What part of Cali you from, Jesus? I definitely appreciate that. Let's see. Caleb. Weirdos. The boy don't miss. You ever thought about doing TikTok? You know what? I have a TikTok. And I don't really see, this is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm gonna really dive into this thing, you know, full time or whatever, I'm gonna have to start uploading on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm not really a big social media person. Like, I got Facebook and I do have Instagram, but I don't really upload on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? Maybe some of my shorts or whatever might, not my shorts, but my stories, they might go over to my reels rather. They might go over to Instagram, you know, when I upload them from time to time. But I jump on Instagram really just to watch the videos. You see what I'm saying? Like, I need to though. The Valley. Okay. The Valley. Is that what Denzel was talking about in Training Day? But he said, man, I got a couple families over in the Valley, man, you know, show some love too, man. You know, drop off a couple things or whatever. You know, I do manage to do something good. That's when he had Jake in the car with him, man, and they ended up catching the kids smoking weed or whatever, and they pulled them over. I believe that was in the Valley, man. But yeah, shout out to the Valley. California's in the building. Yeah, sometimes that's necessary, James. Sometimes that's necessary, but you know, I'm trying to stay out of the system. You feel me? So I want to briefly talk about this Dr. Umar situation. Are any of y'all familiar with what's going on with Dr. Umar? Is somebody tell me in the comments, are you familiar, remotely familiar? I need 83 more likes with what's going on with Dr. Umar. You know, he's Tory's family. Okay, so he's supposed to be like this. I don't know if he's like an activist. He's an individual that's just, I don't really even follow the guy too much, to be totally honest. So I don't even have that much information on him, but I know that he's taken a lot of donations. He's taken a lot of donations to build a school. And it sounds good. He's, people sending him money. Yeah, James, exactly. He ain't built a school yet. So Jesus says Dr. Umar is a fraud. So he's taken all these donations for years. And allegedly, he's collected nearly $2 million in donations, and there hasn't been nothing of the sorts. School hasn't even remotely, like, everybody's like, well, where's this school at? But yet these donations continuously come in. The boy don't miss says, man, he been working on that school since I was in high school, and I'm 30 now. That's what a lot of people say. I'm just now starting to kind of pay attention to Dr. Umar. I never was interested in watching him, but it seems to be viral videos and stories going on everywhere, all over the internet about him. So guess what? I decided to talk about Dr. Umar just briefly. Double tap the screen for me. So he recently just made a video, and he's talking about how, he he needs donations. His 2 bank accounts got hacked. I think he was saying one of his personal accounts, and I guess the bank account that, the foundation bank account, I don't know. He has no money. I don't have any money to support myself. I don't have anything to buy me food. I don't have any money to, here's my Cash App, here's my PayPal, here's my Apple Pay or whatever. And Fleece Johnson, I'm glad you're not talking about me no more, young buck. I was just talking about you, Fleece, if that's really you. If that's really you, Fleece, I was just talking about you, man. I don't think it's really Fleece, though. You feel me? He repeats things 3 times to tap into your subconscious. His words. I don't think that's Fleece, man. I don't think that's Fleece. But yeah, he definitely does say things 3 times, press, and I'm hopefully pronouncing your name right, 730. Every time he'll say it 3 times. And I knew it had something to do with tapping into something, so it stays on your mind or whatever. But yeah, he definitely does. Listen, I'm not one of those type of individuals, because everybody's knocking him, talking about he's a fraud, and I don't know what the man is. You see, he could be, maybe he's not. I don't know. But to not have no money, I mean, none. I understand accounts get hacked, but typically once your account gets hacked, like, it's hard to kind of hack an account now. Well, maybe not necessarily hack an account, but there's so many text messages and notifications that they send out or whatever when people are trying to take money and transfer money and make purchases or whatever. So I'm not gonna say that it didn't happen, but I just noticed a lot of people is just talking bad about him, man. And it's like, wow, is this dude really this bad? Is it just a lot of people that kind of heartless, don't necessarily have any sort of understanding for what people go through in life? I don't know. This is just like kind of a question that I'm putting out there, like a rhetorical type question. Like, I don't know. I don't really know what to think about the situation. Absolutely, James. FDIC, it's your money's insured. And I think what he was trying to say was, until everything gets settled with the money, everything is frozen right now. I understand banks are going to move at their leisure, but at the same time, if you've been dealing with them all this time, and it's a legitimate fraud going on, the case is going to move somewhat swiftly. I know a lot about banks and fraud and, So Fleece said, you damn right. It's me. I like your work. I don't know if it's really Fleece, man. Fleece, I wish I knew how to send an invite. If I knew how to send an invite, because I don't really be doing this live thing too much, I'd send you an invite, Fleece, and get you on the screen with me to see if it's really you, man. But if it is, salute to you. I watch y'all's channel every single day. But you know, it's not Fleece James. See, I can't really see, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never really seen Fleece or whatever on the screen. But I'm supposed to be doing some skits with them down in Louisville, Kentucky. I talk to his manager, Big Lee, all the time, man. He's supposed to be doing some skits, funny skits or whatever. But yeah, you covered 200,000. So, you know, a lot of people's giving the guy a hard time. I don't know, man. I don't really know what to think. I was just kind of seeing what you all, you know, thought about the situation or whatever. Because people do fall upon hard times, man, you know. Who's to say that it didn't get hacked? You know? But he should, it seemed like he would have more money or credit cards or something. All the money that he's raised, everything shouldn't just be limited to 2 accounts. That's what I would say. So what's up, y'all? What y'all think about this P. Diddy situation, man? P. Diddy just filed a motion today, where his lawyers filed a motion. They still trying to get him out of jail, get him released on bond. They filed a motion today, said that because of extenuating circumstances, he should be immediately released. I need 82 more likes, y'all. Just 82 more. Y'all double tap the screen. So, see, we can't say no Diddy no more journey to success. I never said it anyway, man. I never said it anyway. But a lot of people, no Diddy, no Diddy. But I followed the trial. It was never really, nobody came out and said, you know, he was doing anything with males. Definitely wasn't doing anything with kids. There was a couple comments that was made by some of the women that was saying that he liked certain things or whatever. But I mean, they proved themselves to be straight liars on the case, man. I mean, just straight liars, man. So I don't understand why everybody takes something negative, right? A person says something negative, and it's like they run with it. Well, she said this. Okay, well, a pair of lips can and will say any and everything. That don't necessarily mean that that happened that way. You know. But yep, you're right. Tory's family, 7, you know, 6, 7, 8, 8, you're right. But that applies to all of us, though. That applies to all of us. We all gonna be judged. Every last one of us. No one sin is greater than the next, to be perfectly honest. So everybody is gonna be judged. Everybody has hardships. Everybody has different things that they dealing with in life. It's just that when you catch a case and you a star, a A-list celebrity like a Diddy, and everything, all of your transgressions and all of your you know, the negative things about your life, it's under a microscope. And it comes out. Some of the things are true, some of the things may not be true. But like I said, people are gonna run with what they hear. Diddy ain't going nowhere. The system take down all black famous men. Look at Tyler Perry. He's next in line. There is a I agree with that, Chaz, to a certain extent. You know, there is a system that will take down, you know, really all men. You see what I'm saying? Black men definitely being included. It's like this. It's like this. Sometimes, man, we got to stop doing silly things, though, just as well, right? Like with the Shannon Sharp situation. You 52 years old messing with a 19-year-old girl. She's calling you, okay, it's legal. May be a little distasteful, but she's legal. Okay. Not anything I would do, but again, she's legal. Now, she's calling you and she's saying these things on the phone to you. You don't have the wherewithal to figure or to even remotely think that something could potentially be going wrong, or there's a fraud or a scheme or whatever, and she's recording you. And it's reported that he paid out $23 million, man. $23 million. Shannon Sharp, I'm not in anybody's pockets or whatever, but I have a hard time believing Shannon Sharp even has $23 million. Man, it's a lot more money. If he got $1 million, a lot more money than I have and have ever seen. But the point that I'm making is, like, what are we doing? Sometimes, like, putting ourselves in these silly situations, such as myself. Sometimes I put myself in a silly situation. What are we doing, though? We know that these things are out there. We know that they're trying to take us down. We know that it's some women out there that are just looking for a free ride in life. And you done just gave this little girl, she's 22 now? 23 million, and she don't have to pay taxes on it. She don't have to pay taxes on that money. So whatever her lawyer gets, the rest is hers. It's a shame, man. It's a shame that we keep putting ourselves in these silly situations. But getting back to the Diddy situation, his lawyers are saying, man, because of the horrific conditions at the jail, because of there's nobody in America, there's no case that's been documented that they can find in which someone has been convicted of the Mann Act, which is just simple prostitution, to where they're in jail until final sentencing. Everybody else has been out on bond the whole time, but he's the only man in America that they could find in which is still in jail waiting until final sentencing, which is in October. These are the issues that were raised in the motion that Diddy's lawyers filed this afternoon, or this morning rather. Put up the same bond package, $50 million. He got a house in Miami. It's worth $50 million. It's paid off. There's no mortgage. There's no nothing. His jet is in. He doesn't have access to his jet. He doesn't have his passport. He's going to be under security, drug testing. The same package that they had been offering for him to get out. Me personally, I don't think the judge is budging. I don't think the judge is going to let P. Diddy out. I don't think he has a problem with P. Diddy per se. But I just think that somebody else is bigger than him, is calling the shots. He was about to let Diddy out after he was found not guilty. Of course, the prosecution objected. They came back several hours later, that evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Well, actually, it was the evening time at that point. Didn't let him out. Didn't let him out. I believe it's bigger than Diddy. Well, the judge, rather. Somebody is calling the shots, and they're not about to let him out. That's just my personal opinion on the matter. Free Tory Lanez. We'll see. We'll see if Tory Lanez gets free. In my opinion, Tory Lanez is an innocent man, locked up in prison. Man. Megan Thee Stallion lying. She should be in jail. My opinion, though, she should be the one in jail. You take a situation in which you know that someone didn't do something. You know that this person didn't do it, but you go to court and you lie about the situation anyway. This man gets 10 years and you don't have any remorse. You run around here with Klay Thompson and taking pictures and videos. First of all, I don't know what the heck is wrong with Klay Thompson. Like, hundreds of millions of dollars, and all the women that you Megan Thee Stallion. I mean, are you serious? I'm not saying that she's not, but just the things that she's gone through, the things that she's allegedly lied about, like, why would you choose her? But hey, each his own. It's not my business to say who should be with who or whatever, but seriously. Hopefully he gets out, though. Hopefully he does, man. You know what I mean? Take your money and move in with Russell Simmons. Talking about Mr. Combs. Shoot, man. I think P. Diddy's going to be larger than he ever. He's going to be bigger than ever, man. I do. Because people forgive. People forget. They forget about a lot of things or whatever that happened. When he gets out, they're going to stay away from him for a little bit. But Diddy never stopped hustling. People say, oh man, Diddy's gonna the case is gonna break him. Man, break how? How? And this dude got so much money, like how? Probably paid his lawyers 50, 60, 70 million dollars. That's not gonna. He has lawsuit money that people don't even discuss. He has catalog money. He has Revolt TV. People think that he sold Revolt TV, or he wasn't the sole owner. He just stepped down. He stepped down, but he still has his stake, his ownership stake. Like, this is nothing to him. This is a drop in the bucket, man. It's nothing. 50, 60, 70 million dollars that he spent on his legal team, and he makes that every year. Every year, this is what this man's salary is. He's on top of Forbes. Well, damn near on top. Second and third every single year, man. This ain't nothing. Money-wise. A lot of people don't agree with what he did, but I don't either. But that don't stop the fact of who he is. You see what's going on with these comments. Fleece, where you at, man? Hey, y'all tell Fleece Johnson to come back to the come back to the live. Me personally, I think that if I was in P. Diddy's shoes, right? If I was in P. Diddy's shoes, I would get out and help R. Kelly. I would get out and help R. Kelly because, not that R. Kelly's innocent. I'm not saying that R. Kelly's innocent. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But this RICO thing has gone way, way, way too far, man. Y'all double tap the screen. I need 75 more likes before I catch a RICO. But this R. Kelly thing has gone way too far, or this RICO thing rather has gone way too far. It seems like they're trying to hit every man that's famous, that has money, with a RICO act. Everything is not organized crime. And you have these overzealous prosecutors, and then the judges allow it. And they're coming in and they're allowed to just do whatever they want to do. Charge you with whatever they want to charge you with. But there's no basis, there's no grounds. When on one of my state RICO charges, which it wasn't called RICO, it was called organized crime, criminal syndicate. My lawyer argued, like, Yana, not only is this not organized crime, this is about the most unorganized crime spree, whatever you want to call it, ever. There's no name for this criminal syndicate. There's no meeting place. There's no headquarters. There's no round table meetings. There's no certain positions. Or, okay, you the lieutenant, you the captain, you see what I'm saying? Like, you a foot soldier. Like, none of that. But the prosecution, they would come along and literally hit you with a RICO. You facing all of these years, all of this time. Now you have a decision to make. You want to take this time? I know that I haven't done what they charged me with, but damn. Who wants to be facing 40 years, 50 years? And they offering 10 years, 15 years. My last criminal syndicate charge that I got charged with. And for you all that are wondering, I'm drinking orange juice, man. Ever fresh. Oh, you don't believe me? Listen. Seeing is believing. Ever fresh orange juice. You feel me? I prefer to drink mine in a cup. Pause. But on my last criminal syndicate charge, had him beat dead to. I had. Hey, y'all tell Markeisha, there's a young lady that's insinuating, well, questioning if I was drinking orange juice or something else. Y'all tell Markeisha to come to the live. Or welcome her to the live or whatever. I don't know if my comments have stopped or whatever, because I haven't seen any comments or whatever in a long time. Somebody say something, what's up, Ken? So I know that, you know, my comments are still working or whatever. But on my last one that I had, it was like prosecution, they was playing hardball, man. And they offered my co-defendant, who I've interviewed, they offered him 33 years. I don't know what's going on with my comments, y'all, so if I'm not responding or whatever, because I don't see any comments. Last thing I see is Journey to Success, free Tory Lanez. So, y'all double tap the screen. I need 73 more likes. So they offer my co-defendant 33 years. Well, if they offered him 33 years, there's no, I told my lawyer, ain't even no sense of me. I mean, what do you want me to go meet with them for? First of all, what do I got to meet with them for anyway? You can tell me what the offer is, but I don't really need to see the offer, because if my co-defendant offers 33 years, I know what that means for me. That's some white collar, like, we ain't out here just, but you know, nevertheless, it was wrong, whatever. But if he flips the script on me, they'll give him a 3-year sentence. And there's a decision, like, he really has a major decision to make, because 33 years versus 3 years. You do the math on that. 33 years in which he would have had to have done a minimum of 10 before he was even remotely eligible to get out. Or take this 3 years. I want y'all to think about that. Okay, I'm trying to refresh you all. Trying to refresh the screen so I can get the comments, but they still not coming up. I don't know what's going on, so I'm not ignoring anybody or whatever. I need the comments. I actually love the comments. I don't know what this dude is gonna do. See, we all think that we know a person. We all think that that's my dog. This is, but when you facing that sort of time, 33 years, I want y'all to think about that. They're offering you 33, but if you tell on your co-defendant, which is your partner or whatever, then the offer goes down to 3 years, and you can probably negotiate that down all the way to a year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, man, I'm probably fried right here. He turns it down. I ain't no rat. He turns the 3-year offer down. So now it's just me and him. Me and him against the world. Now there's one other co-defendant that we had. Rest in peace to my dog, Skull. Skull was a vice lord from Chicago. It was my dog, man. Like, if I had any problems, if I had any, I mean, it was whatever. But I never went to him like that. But I knew that if I ever did, then it was up. But I never really put other people into, you know, my personal situations or whatever. But nevertheless, we decided we just gonna go to trial, man. His lawyer tells him, I have never seen, well, no, I'm putting the carriage before the horse. So they come to me with a deal because they want to get somebody. They don't really come to me with a number, but they come to me basically and this is my lawyer. She's like, basically it's whoever is first to the table. Whoever is first to talk or whatever. Man, I don't know what y'all talking about. I've been telling y'all that. I'm sitting in the county jail or whatever. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. I don't know nothing. His lawyer tells him, man, I have never seen two people stick together ever. I need 70 more likes, y'all. Just 70. Double tap the screen. I've never seen two people stick together. Usually somebody rolls over. The hardest dudes, the most street dudes, the most gangsters, the most dudes that got the guns and the drugs and they act like they this and they that. They all roll over. Now, I'm not literally, it's figuratively speaking. So I'm not literally talking about everybody, but I'm talking about the overwhelming majority. We never said a word. Nothing. 13 people on the indictment. It's 3 of us not saying anything. The remaining 10, well, 1 died. So it was 9, and it was like due to sickness. It wasn't anything malice or anything like that. But 1 passed away. So you got all these people that's getting on the stands and they gonna point the finger at me. Like, I ain't even seen, like, out of the 9 people or whatever that was remaining, I probably only seen 3 of them. The other people I've never seen, never talked to, never nothing. He gave me counterfeit money. He gave us counterfeit checks. He did this. He did that. I'm getting on the stands. I'm not getting on the stands, but I'm saying I'm going to trial with him. They weren't even giving me an offer. Then they come to me with 17 years. I'm like, 17 years? I already got 11 on the shelf that I was out on. I caught this charge on probation or parole. Probably, yeah, parole. So that's going to give me 28 years. If I catch an additional 17 years, that means I have to do almost 4 years, like 3.5 years just to see the parole board. Nah, I ain't taking it. Well, this is the only offer they're going to give you. This is my lawyer. This is the only offer they're going to give you. I don't understand why you're trying to save him. She gets to talking and I don't understand why you're trying to save him. Listen. It's not about saving anybody. It's just I don't know what to say, man. I don't know nothing. Supposedly that's the last offer. Then the offer goes down. My number, to be perfectly honest, I was trying to get it down to about 6. I wanted to get it down to 6 years. They came down to 13. Nah, man. Set it up for trial. Then they ended up coming down to 11. If I already had 11, that would have made me have 22. So I kept fighting them. I'm knowing that I'm not really going to go to trial. I'm just trying to make them think that I'm going to go to trial. I'm not about to go to trial. And I got, let's be smart. If I got 9 people that's going to get on the stands, even though I only ever knew 3 of them, I'm not about to get on the stands with all of these individuals that are going to be pointing the finger at me. I fight him. I sit in the county or whatever. We stay solid. He stays solid. When it was all said and done, I ended up getting 3 years out of that whole. Now, my case is state. Federal is totally different. I ended up getting 3 years out of the whole shindigs. But just imagine if I had just panicked or if I had just taken that plea deal or me testifying and all that wasn't even remotely an option, man. That's why I can walk everywhere with my head up. It don't matter, man. I done been and this is nothing to brag about because really it's really not cool, man. See, when you're in prison, man, when you're in jail, man, you're nothing. It's not to call a person that's in jail nothing, but basically what I'm saying is the way that you're treated by the society, other than your loved ones, your family, whatever. But as far as the system, man, you're nothing, man. You're just a number. That's all you are is simply a number when you are incarcerated. And when you're out here and you're doing these crimes, and you run in these streets, you have to understand the consequences that will ultimately take place. I don't care if you've been doing your thing for 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, your money's up, you running it up or whatever. All you doing is building it for it to fall down, for it to come down. I could easily be out here getting money, you know, all sort of things or whatever. But it's like, damn, do I want to continue to put my family through this? Do I want to continue to serve time? Do I want to continue to be like a disappointment? No, you want to, change your life. You want to do things differently. You don't want to do the same things that you was doing 25, 30 years ago. Yeah, the money's cool, but money don't really mean everything. It doesn't. So I just try to really, really encourage people, and that's why I make these videos, so that people will actually be able to see what I've gone through, and to know, like, it's just not cool. Like, sometimes I'll refer to myself, right? I'll be like, I'm a 3-time loser. So somebody jumped in my comment section. Matter of fact, I think it was earlier today. And they was like, Kens, I hate when you refer to yourself as a loser. You're not a loser. You are somebody. You out here and you helping people. And you helping the kids. And you... It's not that I'm calling myself a loser. That's not what I'm referring to when I say I'm a 3-time loser. When I say that I'm a 3-time loser, meaning that I've tried to play the game, or I've played the game 3 times and I lost. So therefore, 3-time loser. I don't mean that I'm calling myself a loser. When you play with these people, they'll teach you, like, they don't care anything about you. A judge will sentence you and give you all of this time, all of these years, and just go home and just live his normal life, which he should. Walk in the house, hey honey. He may discuss things with his wife. Yeah, I had to give a guy 35 years today. Had to give a guy 300 years today, like it's just normal. Penitentiary is a business, but we have to stop putting ourselves in position in situations in which we go. And I'm talking about myself, because temptation I don't really get tempted anymore, because I know, like, ultimately where I'm going to end up at. So I really don't get tempted anymore. I understand that, like, you want to keep trying these people over and over again, then you're going to continue to do the things, or get the things that you've gotten. And again, I apologize. I don't know what's going on with the comments. I refreshed and refreshed and refreshed. But show must go on. I'm not ignoring anybody, anything like that. Simply can't see the comments. I did a video today, and when y'all jump off the live, or this live ends, y'all go check the video out. And it's just pretty much about, sometimes people, it's like sometimes people really, really get beside themselves, and they feel that they can do and say anything to you. And it's like, are you going to be humble enough? Are you going to be humble enough to diffuse the situation? To walk away from the situation? Or are you going to handle things the way that you once handled things? Is there any maturation? Is there any sort of, okay, I'm better now? Yeah, I know how I would have once handled it, but what am I going to do today? When the situation arises, when the situation is right there in front of your face, what do you do? I talked about getting into a fight earlier in the live. I got into a real live fight, man, when I was door dashing. With a tow truck driver. I already told y'all the story. But when you really, really think about it, I was illegally parked. I wasn't supposed to be parked there. If a sign says no parking, towaway zone or whatever, but I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm door dashing, so I can just park here, run the order upstairs or whatever. When I come, I should be good. But when you really, really think about it, I was in the wrong because I was illegally parked. Now, that don't mean that I was in the wrong because I didn't cause the confrontation. I kind of did. Okay, so when I come down, he's like trying to hook my car up to the truck, and I'm like, hold on, man, you ain't. And then again, you know, like as I said earlier, 60, 80 bucks or whatever you wanted. I'm like, I ain't giving you shit. Yes, you are. He tries to hook my car up. We start tussling. First, we was just kind of like a wrestling match or whatever. I'm back. It was like 4 years ago, so I wasn't really in the gym 4 years ago, but I was a lot more in shape and probably stronger and, you know, things of that nature. So, and my aggression level was a lot higher. See, like now I've calmed down like so much because, you know, it just doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do you any justice. Plus, somebody will split your wig. Like, dudes out here knowing MMA and all that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and dudes have guns. And I'm quite sure that they have them. But we fought that night. But when I think back and I'm like, okay, how could this situation could have been avoided? But there was nowhere for me to park at, though. There was literally nowhere to park. And I tried to explain this to him. And I'm not one that wants to be the victim. Like, I always try to look at it and, once again, what could I have done different? Could I have done better? Because that's another situation that could have turned very, very, very violent, very deadly. I don't carry a gun at this point. So, being that he probably had one, you know, I probably walked away from the situation blessed to be able to walk away from the situation. So I try to make better decisions these days, and I try to, you know, spread that message of just doing the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. I heard from one of my partners today, and it made me think of something. We cool, don't get me wrong, like, he doesn't live here. And he hit me up on Facebook or whatever. This is a dude that I was real cool with. I'm not gonna say his name or whatever, but we was like, it was my dog. We got cool when I was locked up. I didn't know him on the streets. I never heard of him. I knew like some of his people, you know, his people or whatever. But when he came to the facility that I was at, I was already there, and I worked in the like where you hand out the uniforms and the jumpsuits and all that stuff when people come in. Prison suits, boots, jackets. People need a new belt or another belt or whatever. Property room. He came through or whatever. I ain't think nothing of it. Hey, bro, little bro, you call me little bro. I'm older than him, he called me little bro. But most people think that I'm younger than what I really am. So he's like, you from Lexington? I was like, yeah, I'm from Lexington. He's like, what's your cash app? I said, $KENZ1000. $KENZ1000. Nah, he didn't say that. But it is my cash app. For you all that didn't know. So, you know, we talking or whatever. Dude's probably like 6'2". Got all go. Matter of fact, he slugged out. All goes, bald head dude. Big dude. He probably weighing in at, man, got to be 250, 260. Big dude, man. Start, you know, a little small talk here and there or whatever. Then we got to playing chess. I play chess, he played chess or whatever. So we got to playing chess every day. Then it went from there to, you know, we was working out a little bit together. Now at the time I had a hernia. Because I had worked out so much, I had a hernia. So I wasn't really hitting the weight pile like that. I wanted to. But then I started to like just really, really get out of shape. And what really did it, One day, dude had gotten locked down. He got in a fight or something, then he came back like 60 days later. And he was like, damn, Kens, look like you've been eating midgets. That's exactly what he said to me. Look like you've been eating midgets. I was like, hell no. I can't be out here looking like I'm been eating midgets. So I started, despite having a hernia, I had it in my belly button or whatever. I started to work out or whatever. So I'm hitting the weight pal. I'm getting in shape or whatever. Don't take me long. Give me 60 days and then I'm back. Me and him working out, we spinning the block, hitting the loop. That's what it means in prison or whatever. In prison, it's always a big track. It's always going to be a big track in prison. You see people just walking the track. Some people jogging. Some people doing push-ups. Walk so far, do push-ups. That was just one of the things that I would do oftentimes. Might be 85 degrees outside. We out there drinking coffee. 85 degrees outside, drinking coffee. Reminiscing, talking about what we're going to do when we get out. Dude didn't have that much time. I think he had a 10-year sentence. Well, in Kentucky, as long as it's not violent, you do 20% of your time before you go up for parole. So he had done 2 years, went up for parole. I think they ended up giving him like 15 more months, 18 more months or whatever. So he wasn't going to do even half of the 10 years, not even close. Kicking it every day, man. Every day. It's my dog. Now, we didn't get tight. He gets into it with a white dude one time. White dude, I don't know, something's wrong with him mentally. He's talking crazy or whatever. We're in the dorm. That's the danger. It's another danger about prison, because like when you cool with somebody in there, if they get into it, basically you got to get into it. So you putting your freedom at risk because you are supposed to be down with this individual, this clique, this crew, whatever. I jump off my bunk. What's happening, man? Nah, little bruh, I got this. White dude obviously didn't want to fight. He was doing a whole lot of barking, whatever. He didn't fight. If he needed anything, if I needed anything, it was just like it was close, man. I don't know, funny bunny business or whatever. So one day, dude comes to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you know your people's, man. He testified on somebody at trial." I'm like, "What are you talking about, man?" He's like, "Bro, he testified against somebody at a trial."